In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, dear friends, look, four politicians who have refused ministries and they said something about the current political situation in the country. They are, whatever they said was really important for the public of Pakistan, and we need to realize it. We need to realize it. We need to understand it. And they remained in power as well. They think that even they could not deliver. Why the parties fail to deliver? That is the kind of talk which I heard from them. I'm going to reproduce it here. And those four politicians were Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Miftah Ismail, former Finance Minister, Mustafa Nawaz Khukar, ex-senator, and then it was Fawad Hassan Fawad, so ex-former senior bureaucrat. They said that almost all the parties have got the chance to rule in the country. All the parties have got the chance to rule the country, but all of them have failed to deliver, and all of them proved the same with no difference at all. That is what was being said by these four ministers. Really important. Why? Why they failed to deliver? Why? There is a little bit of talk upon that by the same four politicians. First of all, they said that political parties and the leading politicians they they don't act upon their manifestos at all. They don't act upon their manifestos at all. Manifestos are made just to attract the voters and to get the vote. Whatever they speak, whatever the political leaders speak, they just do that for the sake of a lip service and nothing more than that at all. So that is the reason that these political leaders, these leading politicians, they fail to deliver. If at all a politician is in the opposition, a political party is in the opposition, they severely criticize the ruling party. But once they themselves become the rulers, once they come to power, they form the government. They do the same thing in even a more worst manner. The same thing. That is the trouble, dear friends. Now the question is that, dear friends, these politicians, these political leaders, their skills, their competencies, their priorities are meant for themselves, for their family, for their party, and for the elites, and not for the general public at all. That is the trouble. That is the trouble. That they fail to deliver. That is the trouble. They fail to act upon their manifestos. That is the reason. They don't care about what they have been saying during their campaign to gain the to gain the power. That is the trouble. Their skills, their competencies, their priorities are for they themselves, for their families, for their parties, and for the elites of the country only. Then those four politicians said the rules, the rulers neither reform the system nor deliver the good governance. Neither they reform the system at all because they themselves are the beneficiaries of this system, because they themselves are the beneficiaries of the system. This is the reason that they don't do that. This is the system. Neither they reform the system nor they improve the governance. For the two of these reasons, they actually don't deliver. That is the reason that the improvement does not come into Pakistan at all. And then they said the system which is prevailing in the country at the moment for the past 75 years, that favors the rich, the elites, the influentials, and does not favor the commoners at all. That is the trouble. The system favors the rich, the influential, the elites, and not the commoners at all. This is the reason that you know the improvement does not come to our country at all. Then they said that we too are responsible because we too have got the chance to rule the country, but we could not bring the improvement at all in the system. Now it is the time that all of the parties combined should sit together and should design a new system. This system should be the public friendly, although the ruling class, whether belonging to one political party or the other, these all are not the right people at all. They are the wrong people. Their competency, their skills, their priorities, their purpose of doing the politics, all of that is because they want to serve themselves, their families, their party, and the elites of the country. Now, what is the way out? If at all the 100% of the politicians are bad and corrupt and inefficient and self serving, I think I should like to put forward the example of one minister. One minister. This minister's name is Sirajul Haq. He is the chief of the Jamaat-e-Islami. He remained the senior minister during the two governments, and combined it was the 6 years period. 6 years period. And during those 6 years, he pray in the masjid 5 times a day with the salah, with the Jamaat, with the salah, with the congregation. He meets everybody who tries to meet him there in the masjid, available at that's a public place. Masjid is a public place. He visits the masjid at a particular time because the people know that he will be here, that this is the time of congregation, they will be there. He kept the doors of his house open to a general public. The house was a very simple one, very simple one, and the doors of the house remained open. That was really great. Everybody can visit, everybody can meet, everybody can tell and share their trouble, their problem. He lived a very simple life, even when he was the senior minister of a provincial government. He didn't enjoy the protocol at all. He lived the simplest ever life, and consumed the public money very carefully indeed. This is, I think so, that we need the politicians like this one. But till now, we are not even willing to accept them. And unless and until we don't accept them, I think we will never be able to come out with the current mess at all.